TV5.
Hello, good morning, and thanks for tuning in. Nice to see you. Ladmo?
Good morning, Wallboy.
What's the first order of business?
Find a lucky seat winner so I can give him this Ladmo bag.
All right. I have the seating chart right here.
Okay.
Good heavens, there's a young man sitting here with a Crazy Eddie t-shirt on.
Crazy Eddie?
Who's Crazy Eddie?
A guy who does commercials in New York.
Okay. Is he a funny guy?
Yeah.
Okay. How do I get one of these t-shirts?
I guess you'd buy one of the products in New York for Crazy Eddie.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Okay. Ladmo, front row, from
Yeah.
your side. Second seat in.
One, two. Why, that's you right here. What's your name?
The next one.
Well, you can hold this. It's okay. There you go. He's got it. All right.
What is this little fellow's name?
Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Hi.
Hi, how are you, and thanks for being with us today. Well, Ladmo, Cowboy Mike is with us.
Cowboy Mike?
From Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey, Circus, the greatest show on earth. Probably the universe.
Yeah.
Gerald is here.
Yeah.
He wouldn't tell me what he wanted to tell the gang, though. It's some kind of a secret. Marge Wright is here with a very cute puppy up for adoption. We'll meet that puppy. We'll meet Cowboy Mike right after the first cartoon. We'll see the first cartoon. Whoops, let's help Brian.
Oh, we gotta pick this stuff up. Well, that's it.
We'll see the first cartoon right after these messages.
Marge Wright is here with another cute little puppy. Look at this one.
This is a brother of the little girl we had yesterday, and she got a home, of course, right away.
Good.
So we think that, these little cockapoos are so popular, and I love it when they have a little fringed marking. They look like little tiny Benjis.
Yes, they do, don't they?
Uh-huh.
That means they'll be easy to train.
Oh, sure they will.
All right.
And she's only about 8 weeks, or this is a little boy today. And he's only 8 weeks old, and he'll be available at 11 o'clock today.
All right.
For the $40 adoption fee, and you get 30 back after he's neutered, and free vet exam, 10-day trial period. And, of course, we want to remind folks we give the free ID tag.
There it is.
So we want you to be sure you put an ID tag on your pets. Make sure that if you're taking your pet on vacation, it's got this tag. And if you know where you're going, you can put a little piece of tape on the back and put the phone number where you're going to be.
Oh.
So, or if somebody's taking care of your pet while you're away, put their phone number on the back. Because if we call you, then maybe you're not home.
Yeah, good idea, good
But it's
idea.
so important.
Yes, but at 11 o'clock, the brother!
The brother's up for adoption.
Hurry
You
down
bet.
there and adopt this puppy. A lot of love and lots of fun, too.
You betcha.
Thank you, Marge.
Thank you.
Okay. Hey, Wallboy, look who's here, Cowboy Mike!
Hello.
Welcome back!
Oh, thank you. It's good to be back.
Yes, Cowboy Mike is here to remind us that the circus is coming to town when?
Forget. No, July 1st through the 13th. All the elephants and tigers and horses and all those smelly things, they'll be here.
And that will take place at?
The Coliseum.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, Cowboy Mike, it's good to see you. We haven't seen you for a year since the last time the circus was in town.
That's right.
What is this reading program that you're telling the kids
Well,
about?
I brought a little something with me today to show you, not just to tell you. It's a program, what's it say right there? From Ringling, as in where I'm from, Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus. And also from the Riff people. Do you know what that stands for?
I'm not sure.
Do you?
I know.
Reading is fun or fundamental.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got together and they... Uh-oh.
How did you do that?
Wait a minute.
Magic. Well, they got together and they sent me here
Yes.
to talk about the third and most important R, which is... Notice the other two are R too. It's reading.
Reading.
Right? And you guys have been to the circus before, right?
Yes.
You know, where all the clowns run around and all the acrobats and all the animals and stuff. How many rings are there?
3.
Right. Well, just like the circus, reading is 3 rings of fun, just like that.
All right, Mike.
And we do our little tricks like this in the program that we put on. the libraries and rec centers this summer, and then when the schools start back up, we'll be going into the schools. But we go ahead of the show, usually about 2 weeks. Oh, we also give them these, the Ringling Reporter, with the circus games and stories and pictures and all kinds of good stuff, and things that they can send to the circus and get back and things like that.
Wow.
Cowboy Mike, where are you going to be later today?
Later today, oh, we're going to a couple very special places, a couple hospitals.
Is that what this note is here?
Yep, that's them right there.
You're going to St. Joseph's Hospital to see the kids in the health center, and then over to the Phoenix Children's Hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Good
Fun.
Samaritan.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout, gang, for Cowboy Mike when he comes over to the hospital. What can you tell us about the circus? Anything new this year?
Oh, yeah.
Exciting and
Yes. The big new attraction is the, let me see if I can get this right, the Shanghai Acrobatic Troupe from the People's Republic of China.
Oh my God.
That's a mouthful, huh? Just like Ringling Brothers Bone Bailey Circus is a mouthful. But they're from China, and they do these things, and you sit there and you watch them and you say, no, they can't do that. But
How
they
they
do
do
it. The barrel things, and they get all twisted and stuff like that. But then they can undo it. If I did that, I'd get stuck.
And the circus is coming to town. You'll see this and more. How about the fellow with the lions and
Yep, well, with the white tigers. Well, he has 15 tigers, 9 of them are white. That's Wade Berg.
Yeah.
Then we have Axel with the elephants and lots of clowns and the pretty girls. And you know how all the clowns do different tricks, right? Remember last year what I did here? My specialty was
the roping?
rope spinning, right?
Because Cowboy Mike is, after all, a cow. Do you feel like you're more of a clown or more of a cowboy?
It depends. I don't know. About even, I think, yeah.
Are you going to do a little roping for us now?
Let me show you a little trick, and then I want to teach you the trick.
I don't...
Don't worry, it won't hurt a bit. Well, not too much, anyway. Let me see here if I can... Whoa, I'm sorry, that wasn't it. I'm sorry. Well, that wasn't it either. Here it is right here. Here it is. Get him out of here might be deadly. Okay. Now, we got extra stuff on here, too. Here, you can have that, okay? A little confetti there. What's a clown without his confetti? Okay, now this is called rope spinning.
Rope spin.
It does usually takes years and years to learn how to do this, maybe 1,000 years or so, but we're going to give you a crash course, okay? Okay, now, rope spinning. Right there.
Hey. All right.
Okay, now a little of that kind of stuff there. Now, are you ready?
I'm ready. What do I do?
Okay, this is a little different trick I'm going to teach you,
Okay.
but I have faith you can do this. This
Okay.
is also called rope spinning. I have to get warmed up for this one. First, I'll show you, and then I think you'll just pick up on it. What was I going to do?
Rope spin.
Rope spinning, right.
Oh, hey, that's all right.
I think you can do it. Go
There
ahead.
it goes. Watch this.
Drum roll, please.
Hey!
Yay! All right. He's a real cowboy.
That's all right. Whoa.
Cowboy Mike, thank you so much. Remember, gang, the circus is coming to town. What circus? The
Ringling Brothers, Warren Bailey
Circus. July 1st through the...
13th.
Thank you, Cowboy Mike. We'll see you soon. See you at the circus,
Come
gang.
on down to the Coliseum.
Cartoon time. Okay.
I need some help.
Well, I'm a little confused. You mean they're delivering the Orange Crush right now?
Yes, and we put them in the Ladmo bag, but they come in cases, and there's lots of cases, so I have to get the cases and put them in the room so we can fill the Ladmo bags.
Okay, I'll help you.
Okay, come on, Walway.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, the Orange Crush, we gotta get that stuff. Okay, there we go.
I was just waiting out there for the proper moment to have a little private confab. That means talk, you little public school brats. Know what? Normally, I wouldn't go within 18 feet of Ladmo's locker. I mean, after all, pizza crusts from months ago. The place looks like some kind of delicatessen museum in there. It's awful. The remnants of sandwiches and other unidentifiable things. And the tennis shoes. But I was curious about what else Ladmo kept privately. You know what I found? Oh, joy! I found Ladmo's diary. That's right. His innermost hidden thoughts must be in this book. That's probably why it's so small. But you know what? I waited till now to read it because I wanted to share with you little twerps out there exactly how dumb and stupid and silly your buddy Ladmo is. So let's take a look together at page 1, shall we? See, last Wednesday it's dated. Dear Diary, you know, I really feel sorry for Gerald. People think he's mean and nasty, but underneath it all, Gerald is really a very nice guy. Poor Gerald, he thinks he doesn't have any friends, but I'm his friend. I like Gerald. He's really a very decent, understanding, compassionate, beautiful human being. If only people would just give him the opportunity to show what a swell guy he can be. I've said it 1,000,000 times myself. You see, Gerald is just misunderstood. If everyone got to know the real Gerald, they would like him the way I do. Gerald doesn't know it, but I'm his pal. I think he's a great guy. I wish people would just give him a chance to show how sweet and lovable he is. Instead, Gerald is all alone without friends. Oh, too true. He must be so lonely without a pal to talk to, poor Gerald. Oh, I had no idea. Oh, I must be careful. I mustn't spill these tears on my buddy Ladmo's diary. Oh, I must go on to see what's in the next chapter. This is last Thursday, the following day then. Dear Diary, yesterday I said a bunch of nice things about Gerald, but I was wrong. Once again, Gerald has shown that he's really a mean, nasty, sneaky little brat. No wonder all the kids think he's an obnoxious creep. He causes all the trouble on the show. And I think he has a monster. Did you write to him about my monster? Mind your own business out there. Gerald has also been getting me in trouble. I got blamed for everything he does. Gerald lies, cheats, steals, and breaks things. I'll really be glad when Gerald gets kicked off the show for good. Maybe it would be a good idea to throw a sack over his head, tie him up, and send him to the moon in a rocket one way. That would be good riddance for a little creep. But before I get rid of him, I'm going to prove to Wallace that Gerald is bad. In fact, Gerald is the worst behaved brat I've ever heard of. I can't believe this. From one day to the next. Oh, Ladmo, if it's the last thing I do. Oh, here's another entry, though. Last Friday, dear Diary, day before yesterday, I wrote nice things about Gerald. Yesterday, I wrote bad things about Gerald. I know Gerald has been reading my diary, so it must be driving him nuts the way I keep switching back and forth. But I figure it serves him right because he's so nosy. I mean, I think it's just terrible the way he's been picking you up and reading you, dear Diary. That Gerald has some nerve reading people's diaries and mail and listening in on phone calls. It's not only rude, but it's against the law. Gerald is in big trouble. I can't believe that he would do...
Oh, thanks, Bob. That was realizing.
All right.
Hey, hiya, Jer. How you doing?
I did not read your diary.
Oh, Blueberry. Oh. We have some winners, and we're going to meet them right now. What is your name?
Dana.
Tina. Yeah, it was Blueberry. I can see the blue.
Dana.
Oh, Dana. Dana, okay. I'm sorry. Now we're going to meet...
Brian.
Oh, there's Brian. Okay, and?
Nicole.
And we have another row of winners starting way on the end over there. Hi, what's your name?
Josh,
And?
Cameron, Jeff.
Charlie.
What's that name again?
Charlie.
Okay, and they have Ladmo bags filled with lots and lots of good stuff. And if we have time later on, we're going to check what's in a Ladmo bag right now. Come on over, gang.
Yes, Andy's here. Andy from the museum, the Arizona Historical Society Museum. Yes, Brian.
You want me to help you with that, Brian? I'll help Brian with that.
Brian, have you met Andy?
Come on, Brian. Here we go.
Hi. How's it going?
It's going just great. We're working on remodeling the inside of the museum right now as we speak.
Yes.
New exhibits, and we're going to be putting in some new air conditioning.
Okay. Now, you know, this is a good time to mention, there is a whole network of museums throughout the entire state, and they're all kind of connected. I mean, all the folks know each other. And
That's right. The Arizona Historical Society is really a state museum, and in Flagstaff and Yuma and Tucson, you'll find Historical Society museums. In the other counties around the state, you'll find affiliate museums. So
like Prescott.
That's right. Prescott and down in Cochise County, all over the state. So.
And the bottom line is old stuff. What'd you bring us today?
Old stuff, and old stuff related to Arizona history. Now, you might ask, what do these things have to do with Arizona history?
Ladmo, get a load of this.
Ice skates!
That's right, those are ice skates.
Wow!
This is the kind that they'd use around the turn of the century, around 1900, and you can see that this little thing here expands it so it fits on the heel of your shoe. Now, there weren't very many opportunities in Arizona history to wear ice skates, but back in 1932 and 1941, we had some really cold days here in Phoenix, and it snowed. So it wasn't in the middle of the summer, but it did snow here in Phoenix.
Flagstaff.
Flagstaff, you can use skates, and up in the northern climes, Arizona is a land of contrasts, they always say. You can find the cold and the hot, the desert and the mountains. This thing, does anyone know what that is?
Well, I do know. It's a toaster.
That's right, it's a toaster. You open up this little slot here and you put in your piece of toast and it clamps it in there, and those coils in there get real hot. Now, in the early days, not everybody had electricity, but after 1911, after Roosevelt Dam was completed, then almost everybody could afford to have electricity, and appliances like this became commonplace.
Is this from the 20s?
This is from the 1920s, but this particular toaster was actually patented in 1906.
Wow.
So as early as 1906, they...
And you know what goes right up against, this one must have been famous for burnt toast.
Well, it doesn't pop out, does it?
No, it doesn't pop out. You have to plug it in, and you have to kind of watch it, and then say, oh my goodness! And then you open it up, and you probably burn your fingers when you're done.
This is what they had before television.
That's right. Before television, they used stereoscopes, and these things are made in such a way that there are two pictures, and if you look through here and move this slide back and forth, the two pictures turn into one.
Okay, and wait, they can almost see.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they can almost see in there.
Oh, yeah, maybe we should
We'll slide it.
this.
Put this down a little so they can see the picture in the back.
Yeah, you can kind of.
Okay. Andy, could this really actually be the price?
That's right. This is from an old Sears and Roebuck catalog, and the price in 1902 was 28 cents.
Ooh.
That's right.
For the gizmo?
That's
or
right.
just the pictures?
For the gizmo, and they threw in some pictures. And people could learn about the world and world history by using these stereoscopes, because you could get special collections on the Battle of Gettysburg or the Eiffel Tower. And people who never traveled more than 10 miles from their homes could learn about the world using these stereoscopes.
Speaking of history, we're having a history contest right now, the Time Machine Contest. We're asking the kids to send in a picture of a famous person. The deadline on the contest is Tuesday, July 1st. On Friday, July 4th, we'll announce the winner, and on Tuesday, July 8th, that winner will come down, go back in the time machine to meet that famous person that they drew a picture of. They'll also get $25 a Ladmo bag and a Ladmo t-shirt. All right, so we're doing our little bit for history.
Boy, then there are lots of great people out there, Jack Swilling and Darrell Dupa and all the people famous in Arizona history.
Those two gentlemen were a couple of the fellows that founded Phoenix.
That's right. They got the whole ball rolling back in the 1860s.
All right. Tony, do we have time for one more cartoon? Yeah. All right, and here it is. Thank you, Andy, very much.
We have winners from the Ladmo Present Show. And what is your name?
Natalie.
And?
Teresa.
And welcome to the Wallace and Ladmo Show. They get all kind of stuff. They get games from Osco, toys from Toys by Roy, a Ladmo bag, cookies from Home, and a giant Tootsie Roll bag filled with Tootsie Roll candies. Well, congratulations. Right now, gang, excuse me while I join Walmart. You did good.
Well, Ladmo, it's time to check the bulletin board.
Yes, because every Monday and Thursday I'm at Showbiz Pizza for the birthday parties. Now, on Mondays, I'm at the one in Mesa, and they start at 6:30 p.m. For reservations, call 834-9322. And Thursday evenings, I'm at Showbiz Pizza on the west side, 35th Avenue in Northern, 973-1945. For reservations, call them. The kids get Ladmo bags, you know, for when they have their birthday day. We have games and prizes and lots of toys and everything. So it's lots of fun.
All right. Well, we'll get all the kids on the set for the close of the show, and we'll see all of them in just a moment. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, it was fun today, and the whole gang will be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Gerald will be back, and we're expecting visits from Captain Super, Marshall Good, Boffa the Clown, and if we have time, we'll turn on the time machine, and we will have a little segment with Dan and Orson. And Ladmo, what will you be bringing?
Lots of cartoons, plus Ladmo bags for our winners.
All right, and some final reminders on our contest, so be with us tomorrow. Thanks, gang, for being with us. Thanks at home for joining us. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.